Hey there, Bloomers and friends. Rev Kev coming to you from the Bloom office, world headquarters. I'm glad to see you out there in BloomTube land. It is an ongoing saga of COVID-19 and what are we experiencing again this week. Of course, word came through this week that state of California has shut down for quite a bit of services, another 29 counties, which includes Riverside County, and one of the things specifically that they did shut down was houses of worship. Now, you can't really shut down a church because the church is the people, but they can tell people don't even think about going back in your buildings and bringing people back together in close proximity, no matter how far apart you have them, social distanced, and how many masks you hand out and sets of rubber gloves you have the ushers wear and disinfectant you wipe the chairs down with. It's a problem here that we have not flattened the curve. It's actually going up. And so there are, for us as Bloom, that means we will continue as we are, due to the line, because we did not set up a time when we were getting ready to go back together. That does mean that the DeMuth Community Center continues to be closed, and so our look on Sunday morning will remain as it is. On the other hand, we are learning skills every week and doing what we can to bring different dimensions. And I think this Sunday, all of the music is recorded, and we have people from different places, and we're looking forward to that sort of thing happening in the future as well. And we will also have live musicians and live readers, and we still have it that we as a congregation come together live for Sunday morning gathering at 10 a.m. every Sunday, as we have since 2003. And that is a good thing. In the midst of that, that's something we all can depend on. I know I do, and Mike does, and other people that I hear from, that a lot of things have been taken away, so to speak, made inaccessible, so to speak, not really taken away, made inaccessible. But we want to have our worship together, our gathering as a virtual community, be as close as possible to what we experience on Sunday morning. I will admit, I really miss walking into the hospitality space after having been in the vestibule after church and greeting people, and then walking in as I hear the hubbub and see the lineup for the hospitality treats, and greet folks and able to say hi, how are you. All of that sort of thing was really nurturing to me as an individual, and I miss that very much. So when people say they miss coming together, we miss seeing one another, I can identify with that too. I want you to know I miss seeing you, and I appreciate when we see people at the hospitality time after church. I know that's not for everybody as a Zoom thing, and it is not exactly the same as sitting around and having conversation around a table, but we're making it work. We're making it go as best we can, and I'll not try to turn that off again. This Sunday is another way that we're trying to use the technology in order to bring our worship time to everyone as authentically and meaningfully as we can. We're also trying to see that we can offer our prayers a little bit more, be able to share some of those directly. And so thank you for people who have shared their prayers in the comments section. And we've done that. If you have something you'd like me to bring up during the worship service as far as a specific prayer thought, feel free to email to me, and I will do my best to see those. You can send that to revkev@bloominthedesert.org, and if you'd like the group to be aware of that in the service, know that I'm happy to share something that you would like to. And let's also keep in mind that in addition to our concerns, we also have our joys and our thanksgivings, because we do not want to let the virus do any more damage to us than it can. And what I mean by that is we've got to also don't let it damage our spirits. Don't let it damage our esprit de corps. Don't let it damage our sense of community. Don't let it damage our love for one another. This is how they'll know that you are my disciples, how you love one another. And that is definitely something that we can continue to do and are called to do in the midst of times like this. So that is an important part of our Bloom life. We know that last week a note went out and we folks read that and got good insight from that. We also know that to members and associate members, a 4-question survey went out. If you are a member or associate member and did not receive that, please let us know. You can respond in Bloom Notes or on YouTube. You can email me, revkev@bloominthedesert.org, and we'll see to it that a copy of the survey is forwarded to you. It's a SurveyMonkey thing, and it's done by email, and we're not sure that it got to everybody. Russ, did you get yours? Russ is shaking his head yes, that he did. So that is, I'm just saying that. If you didn't get it, let us know, and we'll do what we can. Also, can you please make sure if your address changes or your phone number changes or anything like that, to call the office here and talk to Bill Wallace, our administrative assistant, and make sure that that's included, because we discover new things in the directory all the time that need to be updated, and we're glad to do that. So this is kind of a pragmatic Bloom Tube this time. It's about technology and communications and our database and so forth. Well, that's a part of being a church too. That's a part of the aspects of trying to have the tools that we have in order for us to be a community of faith together and to be able to continue to communicate and stay connected. One more thing, as I say again and again, especially in times like now, if you think of someone, please call them, send an email, drop a note, do something to stay in contact with people, because that's a way in which we are maintaining our loving community through those kind of loving touches as well. So, hope to see you in church, see you online. Be sure and say hello in the comments. Feel free to join us in hospitality time afterwards. The link is in Bloom Notes, and we're always glad to see you. If you can't be there online, in person online, please keep us in your prayers.